April 27, 2017. The Cleveland Browns are on the clock with the first overall pick in the NFL draft. After years of struggling at quarterback, this is their chance to find a franchise leader. The pick is in, and they select Myles Garrett, defensive end, Texas A&M. Garrett became one of the best pass rushers in football, but what if Cleveland had made a different choice? What if, instead of Myles Garrett, the Browns had drafted Patrick Mahomes? Let's go back to 2017. In reality, Mahomes was selected 10th overall by the Kansas City Chiefs, where he sat behind Alex Smith for a year before taking over. But if Cleveland had taken Mahomes, things would have looked very different. In Cleveland, Mahomes wouldn't have had Andy Reid's guidance or an experienced mentor like Alex Smith. Instead, his first coach, Hugh Jackson, a man who went 1-31 over 2 seasons. Would Mahomes have survived in a system that failed countless young quarterbacks before him, or would he have been another casualty of the Browns' quarterback carousel? In his rookie season, Mahomes likely would have faced serious growing pains. Cleveland's offensive line was shaky, and his weapons weren't exactly Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce. Instead of throwing deep bombs to the fastest receiver in football, he'd be working with Kenny Britt and a young David Njoku. Despite these challenges, Mahomes' arm talent and mobility might have given the Browns flashes of brilliance. But without a stable system, it's hard to imagine him becoming an MVP in just his second year. If the Browns had drafted Mahomes in 2017, they wouldn't have needed Baker Mayfield with the first pick in 2018. That means Mayfield might have ended up somewhere else, perhaps with the New York Jets, Giants, or even the Buffalo Bills. And what about Kansas City? Without Mahomes, would the Chiefs have gone after another quarterback? Maybe they stick with Alex Smith longer, or take a chance on Lamar Jackson later in the draft. One pick could have changed everything. Chiefs might not have won the Super Bowl in 2019. Cleveland's rebuild could have taken a different direction, and Baker Mayfield's career trajectory would be completely rewritten. So, let's ask the big question. Would Patrick Mahomes have been able to turn the Browns into a winning franchise? With his talent, it's hard to imagine him failing entirely. But without the stability of Kansas City's coaching, weapons, and front office, his career might have looked very different. Maybe he still becomes a great quarterback, but would he be a 2-time MVP, a Super Bowl champion? Or would the dysfunction of Cleveland have stunted his rise? One draft pick, one decision. That's all it takes to reshape NFL history. What do you think? Would Mahomes have succeeded in Cleveland? Or was his career path destined for greatness no matter what?